I see you.
There
There
we
you go,
go.
damn Dirty. I see you. Repping that Browns hat.
I have no problem laying these hands. See, you ain't know I could sing too, did you? All right,
Nah, you
cut
fucking up
that.
my audio. Don't be singing, man. You fucking up my audio.
Ooh.
Nigga, you trying to catch
All
me?
right. I just trimmed mine down, man, because it was getting too long. And then my little bro came over here challenging me, talking about some, mine's get bigger than yours. I said, all right, you know what? I ain't cutting it off until I'm not gonna cut it no more. I'm gonna just trim it until the new year. We're gonna see where he is at and where mine's at. Because he about there with me, but
what I'm saying for the 2021, you know what I'm saying? The low line cut close to the chin beard, because a lot of these niggas faking with all this Rick Ross and hiding that weak ass chin.
Yeah. See, and that's why I made a little deal with him, because it don't matter to me anyway whether I win or lose, because that's exactly what I was about to do. Because I'm actually just been trimming it down lower.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to just go ahead and go with the little shadow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because niggas be hiding.
Still have some hair on there, but
they be hiding under that big old soft batch chins they be having nowadays.
Right.
So I know you. Where you want to start with? You want to start with the actual fight?
First, can you raise your mic up a little bit more? Let me see if it's on my end. That's down. Boom. Yeah, that's cool.
It's up as loud as it's gonna go.
As loud as it's gonna go?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just do my best. Not to talk over you. Let me make sure it ain't my volume on here. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, we all the way good right there.
So hold on. Where you want to start? You want to start with Nate? You want to start with the whole fight? Or you want to... Matter of fact, before we start, I would like to say that this fight as a whole was better than that Fury shit.
I thought the presentation of the fight, let me do this way so I can stop turning away from the camera. I thought the presentation on the whole was dope. Yeah. I thought that was live. Like the whole way it was set up, you know what I'm saying? Even with no crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Even with no crowd.
Even the fact that he was doing, it's a Tyson production basically.
Yeah.
But it would be, a fight and then an entertainer, fight and an entertainer. You had Snoop. I think Snoop and Mike Tyson is a winning combination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a winning combination. The boys right there.
Now,
as long as Tyson fighting somebody credible and you got Snoop doing commentary, team him up with whoever you want. But it's going down.
Now, it's like the setup, it looked sort of like to give you when you first start your career on some fight night and there ain't too many people out in the background field.
Right.
A nice little setup. You know what I'm saying? The lights and the cameras was a little...
They gotta work on the cameras.
But I know why. If you paid attention to some of them, you could see Mike was pulling them punches.
Well, he got to. He had to for that. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody wanted to see a knockout, but the problem with Mike when he first started is that his fights was too quick.
Yeah.
And I think now in his later years, he understands a little bit more showmanship. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him kind of like a Floyd Mayweather. Let's give him a fight.
A real exhibition.
Right. And like I was seeing people talking about how they wasn't going for each other's heads. Yeah, they was.
Yeah,
it's just when you're looking at them, it's Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. These are two of the most elusive fighters to ever get in the ring.
Right.
So even for them, it was hard to target the head, not the bodies, because they slower. They can't jump around as much. Yeah.
Because if you remember, like on Fight Night, Mike Tyson, his head game, that slip game, he had the best slip game because that's his defense.
That's the defense because he's shorter. He a little fighter for real. Tyson was little, so it's not like he can't do, especially in the heavyweight division. He can't try and stick from the outside.
No,
because he's too little.
Yeah, he's too little.
So he got to stay close. But how do you stay close when these big giants are swinging at your dome? You got to keep it out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. considering that his arms. That's the only boxer he ever really boxed that was of his size. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people had him about 3, 4, 5 inches, 6 inches. I'm saying he was looking eye to eye with Roy Jones. That's the first boxer I ever seen him fought eye to eye.
Yeah. I mean, I went through his fights yesterday. I was looking at like all his knockouts. And, he never. The closest fighters that he fought that was his size was probably Razor Ruddock. I mean, there was a couple little bums in there that we won't remember their names if I said them, even if I knew who they was. But like notable fighters probably would have been Bruno, Holyfield, and Razor Ruddock. Everybody else he fought
was big.
Had damn near a foot on.
Yeah. And most of he do that over, which plays in when the hook and over.
Yeah.
Play in, and that really would have just went over Roy's head anyway.
It's the same punch that Jake threw to knock out Nate Robinson.
Woo!
The same punch.
I don't know what Nate trained for a year.
He couldn't have.
He said he did. He said he did, and it was on some. Apparently, he got on hating on this nigga from his first
fight. For a year. Did he train? Or was he just in the ring playing around?
But that's what hating gets you. You should let that man get his little win on a. See, the first win he got was a technical. They cut it. They stopped it because of a cut. So you laughing at him talking about he ain't real, and you done stepped in the ring, got your ass knocked out by Goku.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, man, look. I know a lot of cats talk a lot of trash. You was not getting in the ring against somebody who trains for real, every day with the goal and the intention on being a professional fighter. Right. You are not getting in the ring or octagon. So, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing with them unless you training just like they is every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying? Dedicated.
What happened to Kimbo Slice?
Exactly.
He got in that ring with that. He was supposed to get in there with a legendary. He got a bad nigga, some dude who could take it on 2 weeks, and came in there and whooped on him.
And the first thing they did with Kimbo and that MMA. Now Kimbo would have been, I think, a better boxer, but I guess that's where he kind of came from, and he just decided to stop or whatever. But I think boxing wise, Kimbo was built good, but when you got in that UFC, if you hit hard, the first thing that they're gonna do is take you to the ground.
Yeah, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna eliminate all that punching shit. And that's exactly what dude did. He ran up under him, grabbed him, got him down, and choked his ass out. Nigga, why would you try to exchange punches with him? Like, my son asked me what would I do if Mike Tyson smacked my wife. Now, what I was telling folks about this fight, there was a possibility that Roy could win if he would have put out more punches than he did. The tactic he used was the only thing he really could do was grab him and try not to let him load up on no combos. Because Mike don't throw no. He was throwing 1 or 2 hit combos, but Mike throws 6 or 7. And it's hard to weather the storm. So you let him get one and grab him. If you don't, you a fool. You can see them. Like after the first round, Mike went and sat down, mouth closed. You breathing hard once you. Mike was sitting over there like.
Mike wasn't even sweating.
Roy was over there. Woo!
I don't think I seen Mike even sweat till probably round 6.
Yeah, till round 6. But
they got to. On presentation wise, what I would say, and I know some of that is about who's sanctioning the fights and all of that. If they're gonna do 8 rounds, they need to do 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Or if you're gonna do 2 minutes, then go at least 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta realize that they 50. They 50.
Yeah. I know, that's what I'm saying. So but still, they can still go longer than that. Tyson just showed he could. A lot of people we look at age on a very old kind of scale. Like if you took us back to the times of England, like knights in armor or you know what I'm saying, people was dying at 30. They was grandparents, you know what I'm saying, and dying at 30, 35. Now we
only the rich live past maybe 35, 40 years old.
What's changed today? I mean, only the rich really live to be in their hundreds. I mean, you got some young folks some poor people to live in their hundreds, but the majority of us don't make it to our hundreds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of rich people make it into their 80s and their hundreds when you watch because they get the best medical care. You know what I'm saying? So even if you just look across the board of sports, where normally or where we thought in the past that an athlete should retire or he was washed up, they still doing great now. When you look at damn near every sport, it's not the young boys taking over.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
Because now they facing, now it's just then became training to give them the longevity where now my mind and my body can catch up. And even when my skills deteriorate, I still know so much I can still execute on what I do,
Right.
but I can play long. You know what I'm saying?
Right. See,
I mean, even
like the average retiring age for an NBA player now is like 37, 38 years old. Dudes was washed by 35, unless you was somebody like Mike.
Right. And
And
even Mike, well, you had Foreman.
But that was a different. That was a different. See, first of all, like until Mike Tyson, there was no boxer that hit as hard as Foreman till Mike came along, and then you see we lose speed at age, but we don't lose that strength. So now he learned from the first mistake that power ain't gonna win everything. So let me slow pace it. And when he came back, what was he like? 50, 52, 53? You know what I'm saying? He came back.
Like 53, 54.
Yeah, so he came back and he didn't just get no title shot. He had to fight his way to get a title shot. He learned how to pace himself. And when you're young and you hit that, you ain't thinking about pace when you hit like that.
I mean, when you think about it, even in the fight we just seen Tyson do, what he kind of put together the game plan of, I'm gonna beat your body up for Roy. Instead of me throwing, even in my old age, throwing 6-shot combos, I'm gonna throw 2 or 3, but they're gonna be hard and they're gonna go right to where I want them to go to. And I'm gonna just that way I ain't gonna tire myself out. And every time I hit, it's gonna feel the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He a Bob counter boxer. You cut off all of that when you just body shotting.
Yeah.
You cut off all of that.
Roy got in there and did his thing. Like Roy made it look like a fight. A lot of boxers wouldn't have been able to get in there with Tyson like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the first time I really ever seen anybody outpunch Roy. I mean,
man, he would have been crazy to try and outpunch Tyson, man.
I mean,
he would have
set himself up for downfall. He'd have set himself up for a knockout trying to outpunch him.
Exactly. His job, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Stay out the way, let Tyson swing, throw your jabs, hit a little flurry when you can, or tie him up when you get close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he realized even that tying up wasn't the best idea because now Tyson got a hold of you and he gonna punch them ribs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you expand the energy. Mike Tyson is used to being grabbed the majority of his career. He could have threw him off of him. It was just a little something to do. I'm saying, because I done seen Mike push a nigga off of him so he can get that room to hit that body shot.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell with Tyson with this fight, it wasn't about anger or trying to kill or destroy. He was back boxing for the love. Like, this is what I love to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I would love for them to continue this. I would love to see Tyson fight a few more times. They get the undercards, I think, was strong. You can always strengthen them up. You put a couple of real fighters down there for some real boxing. You get you a celebrity fight mixed in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, but it's
and then you let Tyson come out.
If Mike Tyson started fighting again, Mike Tyson need to fight somebody for real. I think that he can take one of these new niggas.
Well, I think they would have to come to him, not him go to them.
Who gonna come to him?
That's what I'm saying. It would take, and like in the heavyweight division, that's so kind of thin. But like even like a Deontay Wilder, like Deontay Wilder was talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Deontay Wilder and Tyson will be a good fight. Because Wilder ain't really a boxer. He just throw punches. He slugs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He gets off a lot of lucky shots.
He got a hell of a right that he can knock your ass out with. But Tyson is going to bob, weave, and box to get up in there. I think they would actually be matched up. Like, I wouldn't want to see Tyson fight like Tyson Fury. He might even give Joshua some run for his money.
I think Tyson Fury might give him a problem.
He would. I think he would because Tyson Fury, he did what Roy did. Like, Roy looked out of shape. Well, part of that was because he knew he had to put on some pads.
Yes, he had to put on
You know
some
what I'm saying?
pads.
Or the body shots was really gonna be blasted.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A couple of pounds between them ribs and
yeah,
because
he was gonna really feel it, even with the bigger gloves and all of that. So he had to leave some of that pudge on there around them ribs, around that midsection, to be able to take them shots. You know what I'm saying? Where when you go to like Wilder, he's younger, he's gonna be toned up, he's gonna be ready, he's gonna think he's gonna do what he want to do, and that's a fight I think you would see some true aggression out of Tyson in. But they would have to be. I don't know if they would sanction it as a real fight because Tyson is over 50. That's why I'm saying the fighter would have to come and fight in his realm. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but why would he do that? If he go to fight Mike Tyson and he lose, he just fucked his career up.
That's exactly why he would do it. Because nobody thinks that he can box anyway. Everybody think he just got one punch and he just get lucky. And that's because if you listen to most people talk about the heavyweight division in particular, boxing has become so watered down.
Yes.
Because all of these fighters that used to have to box don't have to box no more. They can do UFC, they can do NBA, they can stay in NFL. You still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Back when boxing was at its height, doors was being opened up.
Them was the doors. Basketball and football and boxing was open ways. Now you can come up with an app now. Ain't nobody about to get punched in the face for the rest of my life.
Right. After we seen Muhammad Ali, like, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace for the great one. But he took a lot of shots to the head that most people with options now is not going to take.
No.
Even the way he fought for me. Nobody's going to try that nowadays, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look for a different way.
Yeah. I mean.
So I think Tyson and Wilder, maybe Joshua. I don't know. I think Fury would be too much for Tyson. Tyson will really have to train and shock the world on that one. Because Fury, he can pudge out and become 300 pounds.
And he has fought some seasoned boxers for real.
Right, he's a boxer.
I'm saying
Fury can box.
That's what I told people about him when he fought Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Right. He had to learn, you know what I'm saying? You got to lay on some of them. Some you can't, everybody ain't gonna just take no one on the chin and fall. So he had to wait. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to pace himself, put on because he put on that weight for the same way he did Fury. I mean, the same way he did Wilder. He put on the same weight as he did when he fought Klitschko. He put on that weight, kind of absorb the punches, make it heavier. Make it heavier for you, tire you out to try to, when I grab you to try to shake me off, a couple pounds to throw around.
And that'd be the problem. That'd be the problem if he fought Tyson, is that he gonna take the body shots. Tyson gonna have to execute something to his chin and really knock his equilibrium off, because the hit and hold to get somebody like Tyson Fury, well, you hold up Roy, he 10 pounds less than you. You trying to hold up Tyson Fury. He about 100 pounds heavy.
15, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds laying on you. Like Evander Holyfield tried to do it.
Like Evander tried to do it. Evander, man, I know that it would be wrong, but I would love for Tyson Holyfield to get in the ring and see Tyson get some get back. Because this will be the first time, Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, because this will be the first time that Tyson will fight them with a clear mind. You know what I'm saying? Like when he fought them, he was going through things. He had already had the hype. He wasn't really in the fight. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on.
And then he was adjusted fighting on medication.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's where he need to be. We looking at him once again, man. We looking at Holyfield like an old man. Holyfield is not your regular old man. Holyfield is a trained athlete, boxer, who are in the best conditioning through their life on the planet, unless they just really let themselves go. Yeah. And he still is Evander Holyfield. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because like the last fight I saw him on, this was on some Don King type of, everybody on the fight card except for Evander Holyfield was under Don King. How you work that? Every boxer that's on the fighting card is a Don King fight except for Evander Holyfield. Now, in that fight, this young dude who was supposed to be the next young upcoming, he went the distance and won by decision. He had Holyfield hurt like in the 8th round, and he couldn't put him down. And then, like the last 2 rounds, Holyfield looked good enough to be like, man, if he really would have took some time, it was one of them money situations where that was the only reason he was probably in there fighting anyway. But if it would have been he'd have been training for this young dude, he probably would have beat the shit out of it.
Man, I'm gonna say I don't really believe that fighters like Holyfield, Tyson, and some of those great nowadays. In the past, yeah, they would just take fights for money because that was the only way you was gonna make some money.
Yeah.
Nowadays, once you become a great, your brand makes you money for the rest of your life. So Holyfield want to get back in that ring because he loves to box. That's what he know how to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, think about this. If you get your car fixed, do you want the young mechanic or the old mechanic?
I want the old mechanic. He know what he's doing.
If you want to see a doctor, do you want the young doctor or the old doctor?
I want the old doctor.
Exactly. So why should it be any different? If they have equal skill, why should it be any different in boxing? Because they know what they're doing. You're going to actually see a fight. You watch a lot of little young bums just start there throwing wild punches.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
They be out there throwing wow.
The good fighters is trying to get that payday or busy ducking each other. Now that they older and they just want to fight, and it's like, hey, let's do it, man. I'll watch it. You just start an undercard, make sure the undercard got some little entertainment, some entertainment value. You got the Snoop commentating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
I mean,
I hope not to see a lot of Nate Robinsons, not on that level.
No.
that man, because he just looked like he wasn't even ready.
Get a couple of these rappers. On there.
Not, they have to start screening them though, man. If they don't even look like they deserve to be in the ring, because Nate, man, he was just running and trying to throw punches like it's not a street fight, man.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? And even in the street fight, I don't think that's an effective way to win a lot of street fights either. I seen his jab and his footwork. It didn't look like it was a lot of power behind.
No, he was out there. He was just out there.
For real.
Because for real, he didn't sit on none of his punches. He didn't plant none of them. He didn't put no spin on them, no hip rotation. Who the fuck was he training with?
He ain't trying to feint him none, like get him open. He just ran in throwing wild punches and trying to tackle him.
He was like, punching that nigga. He was punching that nigga fist with his face. That's what he was doing.
That's what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. There should be some screening going on for any celebrities or non-boxers that want to jump in. Now, but he too old. I mean, he ain't too old, but if you're talking about older people jumping in the ring. But for instance, like an MC Hammer, everybody in the entertainment business know that MC Hammer actually boxed. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He's in the military. And I'm not saying he need to get in there and box, but I bet if Hammer got in the ring, he looked like he had more awareness of where he was at than Nate Robinson did.
And then it'll be like that because whoever he get in the ring with, who gonna be surprised and get punched in their shit by MC Hammer. They're not gonna expect MC Hammer to be out there, get on this Bob Weave game, hit it with no combos. They're not gonna be expecting none of that.
Ain't expecting no combinations.
Get your ass by Hammer.
That's why they called him Hammer.
I mean, but that'd be good entertainment. I mean, but I want some of these new loudmouth niggas. Or these new loudmouth niggas.
They ain't gonna do it. Not against, especially after what they say happened to Nate Robinson. I mean, like I know Chris Brown. Chris Brown was gonna fight Soulja Boy or something like that.
Yeah. I think Chris Brown would have beat the shit out of Soulja Boy.
Now remember, they couldn't get the promotion done right, but now Tyson just gave them an avenue. Now I think they passed that little beef or whatever they had. However, when stuff like that do come up, go holler at Uncle Snoop and Mike. Uncle Snoop and Uncle Mike get you together. He put you in that ring on his next pay-per-view.
Yeah, put you in that ring.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, man. Either put two people in the ring that have no idea what they're doing, or two people that do know what they're doing. Because one know what they're doing and one not, you're gonna get them hurt, man.
Put two people in the ring who want to be in the ring with each other. That's them the good ones.
Yeah.
Nigga, I want to beat your ass.
Nate wanted to get in there.
He wanted to get his 15 minutes of fame started over again.
He looked at him, he said, a white boy? I'll beat that white boy ass. That's exactly what he thought. I'll beat that white boy ass. And that white boy from Cleveland?
He trained, he did his training here.
Yeah, and he from Cleveland. I whoop that white boy ass, man. That's what Nate said. That's what he thought.
He ain't hip to. He don't know about the white boys from Cleveland.
Man, he don't know about Cleveland. He do now. You better check. Hey, look, it took Cleveland. We was one of the last cities to pick up guns.
Yeah. Shit, we was fighting all the way. We was fighting all the way into the 2000s, nigga. What, nigga? Yeah. Square up, nigga.
Square up. You know what I'm saying? We'll still form a circle. Square up. Let them bang. Ain't nobody getting jumped. Let them bang. You know what I'm saying?
These new.
But other folks had already picked up guns. They had been shooting each other. We were still trying to fight with hands. You know what I'm saying? Now we done caught up with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But even then, preferably, a lot of Cleveland cats still rather throw hands. You know what I'm saying? It's just you don't get the chance to.
No, you don't get the chance to. Because the way they throwing bullets in Cleveland, nigga, they giving them out. Bullets for you, bullets for you, bullets for you. They just giving them out. Bullets for everybody. And it used to be the type of, even when we was young and they started doing the gunplay, they'd roll up to see who out there before they start gun playing. Oh no, it's some kids out there, it's some old people out there, it's some niggas who ain't got shit to do with this. Now, them niggas is it's whatever. I don't give a fuck. The president, everybody can be out there. They don't give a fuck.
Right. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, Nate Robinson, that boy, I hurt for him, man. When I seen him get knocked out, because I was really, you know what, more than the Mike Tyson fight, I wanted to see Nate Robinson in the ring. When they said Nate Robinson was fighting, I said, what? And I didn't even know Jake Paul was until maybe like an hour before the fight. Like I knew he was.
I had to go. I heard of it, but I didn't know what he was talking about.
So I didn't put it together. I was telling because I knew he had called out was it Floyd, or he called out Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he called out McGregor. He called out McGregor. He woke McGregor next.
Yeah.
Now, as far as that go, if he keep training, that might be possible because McGregor ain't no boxer.
No. And yeah, something like this, you got a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? He got to train though, because I mean, still, McGregor done been in that ring.
Right.
We done seen him put some people out.
He really don't have no boxing skills, but he can take a punch.
Yeah. He can get one.
His advantages is that he can take a punch. Because he ain't got the hand skill and he can't grab him, so.
I got to be fair to Conor McGregor. We only seen him fight in the boxing ring one time. And that was against Floyd Mayweather. And he make a lot of people look stupid.
But all the stuff I seen him do, he wasn't never know. It's a grab a nigga situation with him.
Yeah. But even in the UFC, though, he more hands. He grab him to back him up or to bring him in close
where he want them to be.
Yeah. But he don't get on the ground and grapple. Like that's not his thing in UFC either. He's known for knocking everybody out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Conor McGregor, but he's not gonna come to Tyson's. I need people that's gonna come and boost up what Tyson doing, because what Tyson got going on, because Tyson the main event.
Yeah.
It's all about who want to fight Tyson at the main event. You know what I'm saying? So the undercards have to be stacked.
Yeah.
So you throw one or two real fighters in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, throw somebody who trying to come up who ain't got the recognition they deserve. They get a little just anybody on Mike Tyson fight card. Because like, think about this. As far as the YouTube dude, he probably known, but as far as when it comes to sports people, you know who that nigga.
In the sports world, he's known as a big mouth.
Right. But now he a big mouth with a knockout.
Yeah. Now he the big mouth who knocked Nick Robinson out.
Right. Yeah. He ain't even got the name. He the dude who knocked Nate Robinson out. You know the dude who knocked Nate Robinson out.
Nate Robinson was doing it for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
The culture.
He was doing it for the culture and for the athletes. Man, they should have got Herschel Walker.
Doing it for the culture. Nigga, you should have been trying to, when they was doing the quarantine horse game, that's what you should have been trying to do.
Right. Man. Look, stick to Big Three basketball, man.
Right.
Stick to the Big Three. Leave that boxing alone.
Skill set.
He learned.
But you know what? You got to give it to him. He tried. This new generation don't want to try nothing new. They don't want to do nothing that they ain't good at. If they can't be the best, they're not doing it at all.
I'm not going to promote that false narrative. Just because you tried something, you should be revered for that. Because the truth is, he did not try. He took the fight.
He took the fight.
He did not do a bit of for real training. Not one spar. I can't believe he did not one preliminary sparring assessment or nothing against nobody who has really had some skills in the ring for him to come in the ring looking like that. No. Nah. He ain't tried.
Who is he going to train with?
He could have went to any local gym and got in the ring and sparred with some young up-and-comer who was going to really give him the business and show him. You don't run in on nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
He'd have went to one of these hole-in-the-wall gyms and got beat up a couple times. He wouldn't have ran up on nobody.
That's what I'm saying, though. But I bet if he'd have went in the hole in the wall and got beat up a couple times, he wouldn't have looked like that on Saturday night.
Yeah, if he would have went in the hole in the wall, one of them young dudes who knew him the moment he walked in the door, right. I'm going to become somebody in this gym.
Right. I'm going to put him down. You know what I'm saying? By the time Nate, if he would have did 2 of those fights leading up to fight Jake Paul, or Jake, whatever his name is, if he'd have did 2 of those fights, he would not have looked like he looked in the ring because he would have knew better. He would have already took that.
If he did 2 of them fights, he might not have had that fight.
So he canceled all that shit.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you like this. My oldest son, I'm saying in high school, when high school started, he was trying to be young thug, be tough, sent him again, all boys school. He told me he wanted to transfer. I'm like, why? He said they fight every day. I'm like, I thought you was tough. He's like, I am. After he got into his fight, that nigga became cool, laughy, jokey, the poet, this nigga. All that tough without the once you get lumped, one good test, you know what? I think I need to take a different route.
Yeah. This ain't working out like I thought it was.
So if he had took 2 of them hood fights.
Man, I'm just saying, man, there ain't no way. He did not try, and I will not promote that narrative, man. I'm not giving him props because there is a, it's not even a thin line, but I guess it might be like a medium-sized line, but that's only if you can't see, between bravery and stupidity. All right? Brave, you gotta have
that's a real thin line.
Real thin.
That's because I did some stuff that was brave, but at the hindsight, that was stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
that was real stupid.
Yeah. And even, hindsight is 20/20. Even if you did it again, you would have did it better. You would have went at it at least in a more, maybe this is actually going to work kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I done did stuff that worked out the right way, but I'm not doing that again. Because it might not work out like that next time.
Right. So Nate, he hopefully he's learned that that's not his calling. But now he kind of got to fight at least one more fight.
No, he don't. His mama done came out. His mama done came out, and she done spoke on his behalf. Once your mama come out, it's over. You know what it is. Once your mama come out, even if you still want to fight, the other dude gonna be like, man.
Say, did she come out for real? I haven't seen that.
She done made post about her son getting knocked out, and he did his best. He gave his effort. When your mama come out,
that's a wrap. Yeah, so
no more. KD mama started coming out talking about ain't no problem between him and Westbrook.
Right. It's over with now.
When your mama get to talking.
When your mama step in, it's over with.
It's over with.
Everybody go ahead and do what they doing now.
Ain't that what happened to Lil Flip?
Nah, I don't remember Flip going out like
his daddy. His father came out and talked about him and T.I. beefing.
Did
he? Yeah. And then Lil Flip was trying to explain, what am I supposed to do? That's my daddy. If he said, of course, that's, on that situation, if I'm arguing with a nigga, you met my daddy, he's not going to be arguing with no nigga.
Right.
And if he get involved, it's going to be on some other stuff. And I can say, nigga, that's what you expect. That's my father, nigga. But when your father come to talk and say it's not supposed to be like this, y'all should talk, that make you look like, because your father going to be like, what you going to do? You either going to talk to this nigga or you going to whoop his ass. Don't keep talking to me about this shit.
Right. We about to get this over with.
Right.
I got shit to do.
I ain't about to be arguing, spit boxing with no motherfucker about you and this nigga around the corner. He gonna say you either whoop this nigga ass or shut the fuck up.
Right, flat out. You know what I'm saying? They should breed. I don't know, man. Nate, yeah, it's a wrap. Like I wanted. I feel bad for him for real, man.
I don't.
You know,
he should have did it to himself.
He should have, but I feel bad, and now he got to live with that. And now I'm seeing him kind of on Twitter, like at least I went out there now, man, and I can't promote that false narrative, man. I don't give you props for stepping in that ring because you should have never stepped in that ring. You know, you should have been smart enough to know this is not my lane.
Dang, you got to realize it's new rules. Everybody get a trophy.
Right. They were giving them out on the Mike Tyson fight. You ain't see everybody getting the little medals, the green medal at the end?
Yeah.
Everybody gets a participation. Yo,
I
man.
hate these participation ass niggas. I swear I do.
I understand it for kids, because for kids, they just learning something, and you want to get them to stay throughout the season. Okay, you finished the season.
When you was young, did you get a participation trophy?
Well, I don't know. We was always one of the best teams. So I don't know what they did for everybody else.
So I know you got them looks. I know you got them looks from them other kids who didn't get no trophies.
Yo, that wasn't my concern at the moment. You know, my team did enough. We was always in like third or first place. Like when I played Little League, whenever we did like the track and field summer events and stuff, I was always, between first and second. Little League baseball. My baseball was football by the time I was playing that. Because I wasn't in like Power 5 or nothing.
Yeah.
By the time I even tried out for football, well, no. I tried out when I was a kid, got on the team, didn't have no socks. Coach cussed me out, sent me home. I didn't know I was supposed to just go home and get some socks. I just never went back, so I missed the season.
You weren't used to being talked to like that. You went on about your business.
Yeah, not in that form, because I had a karate teacher before that who, I just didn't know that he wasn't telling me to go home. I'm off the team. He was telling me to go home and get socks. Oh, and a second T-shirts for my shoulder pads. But I ain't know none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Then by the time next time I played football, I was in high school. So you don't get participation awards.
No.
Back then.
Unless you do something.
Right. You have to be the best at something.
And I done played sports where my teams wasn't that good, but I was one of the people on my team that was getting the trophy at the end. Because I did something. Y'all dudes, I got sacks, dude. What you talking about? My team may not win them, but I got more sacks than anybody. What you mean? I stand out. I get a trophy.
Yeah. But what I can say, when I was in not Little League, but midget league baseball, we did all everybody got trophies.
You talking about T-ball?
No, midget ball where your coach pitched to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right after T-ball, you go to midget ball where the coach pitch to his own team. And then after that, Little League, that's when everybody playing their positions.
Yeah.
When I played the midget ball in East Cleveland, midget league in East Cleveland, we all got baseball cards and trophies. Now the winners, the champions, which I got 2 trophies because our team was in like second or third in the tournament. You know what I'm saying?
I got a bigger trophy.
Well, ours wasn't as big as the first place.
Yeah.
Like that was huge.
It was bigger than that. It was bigger than that snow globe ass trophy they gave everybody else.
Yeah. Just for finishing out the season and participating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And our baseball cards, I think, actually had
stats.
Matter of fact, I think my mother actually got one. It had like some stats, our weight, position, height. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not against participation awards until that 9-year-old mark. You know what I'm saying? Like when you just little and they just join in and they playing. It's kind of like when they go to the kid party and when they leave, everybody get a little bag, a gift.
Yeah. A party bag.
Yeah. But after that, once your age is in double digits, ain't no participation.
Man, it be like that. It was a lady who took her school to Supreme Court because they wouldn't let her son play JV soccer no more. He a senior. First of all, you know that JV, when you come in, you automatically on JV 9th and 10th grade. Once you become a senior, bruh, first of all, if they let you play in 11th grade, I just felt sorry for you, bruh.
JV?
If you ain't made it to varsity, bruh, by the time you made it to 11th grade,
You ain't making it.
Free up a spot for some new young dude. Right. And it took it all the way to the Supreme Court. Talk about it wasn't fair. First of all, I'm gonna say this like this. I look at soccer as those who don't have the ability, like height. You know what I'm saying? Some kids don't be tall to play basketball, or they don't have the weight to play football, but they are athletic. They just don't have the size. They don't have the makeup to play another sport. Then once you grow out of that stage at 15, 16, dude, if you still playing soccer and you ain't good enough to make the JV team, think you need to look for something else.
Yeah. Take up sculpting. Well, because you're not good with your feet. You know, soccer, and I was talking to my other homeboy about this. This was like some years ago, because I watched like one of the World Cups.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that soccer was so intense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember when I was younger, I knew, you know what I'm saying, some people to play soccer and stuff, and they was like real into it, but it wasn't really my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I came up with a little theory that in America, we give more credit to hand-eye coordination than foot-eye.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So most of our sports, you know, you got to be good with your hands.
Yep.
And have quick reflexes. Because soccer for real is a very dominant sport. Like you got to be live to be a soccer player.
That footwork game is cold. My little cousin, he plays soccer just by him 13, 14. He got footwork. So somebody who played professionally, they go on a soccer team, Olympic team, for them to become a pro soccer player, that is footwork.
And I believe between soccer and basketball are the best athletes on the planet. I think it's like soccer, basketball, and then you go into like boxing.
Yeah.
As far as conditioning wise, because soccer, you got to think about it. Basketball and soccer, you running up and down.
Yeah, it's nonstop running.
Nonstop jumping, leaping, kneeing motherfuckers in the jaw. You know what I'm saying?
Pads on.
Right, no pads on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be conditioned to play them sports. Like in football, it just depends on what position you play.
And you get to take breaks. You get to break.
Yeah, you take breaks. Sit on the side. You look. You don't go back and forth. You play offense. I play offense. You know what I'm saying? Defense is defense.
Shit, but them soccer players run up and down the field, and they break when they catch a penalty, and that boy got to go out of bounds.
Yeah. I mean, to me, soccer, it's a very, I would say definitely in our community, this is a very underrated sport. Like, and I mean, I understand the score not high enough and everything, but if you watch a game, you realize it ain't really about the score. It ain't like how hockey is. You know, hockey is just, I don't know, I can't get into hockey.
Only thing I really like about hockey, that penalty box.
Oh, yeah, the fights.
Go ahead, work it out. I think more sports should be like that. Go ahead. These grown men, they get a little frustrated. Throw a couple knuckles.
Work it out.
Penalty box. Go to the penalty box. Sit down. Your time up. You can come back play. Work it out.
They need to put that in the NFL sometime, man.
No, somebody might get knocked out that you need. Somebody, who one of them players, like, think about it. Ray Lewis was the backbone of that Ravens defense. If he had done it up and some nigga knocked him out, kind of
let him and Peyton Manning. Well, go ahead, work it out, dude.
Get served.
Like,
you kind of like.
I didn't even know Peyton had hands like that.
Hey, well, then if that's the case, I think Big Ben would be out there giving a couple. He'd be giving a couple of them niggas the business.
Well, you know, Big Ben from Ohio, so I know he got some work.
The way he be shaking, just the way he be shaking them niggas. I gotta say, as far as that Big Ben, man, that nigga, that's a big nigga to take down. That's a big nigga to take down.
Speaking of that, we're gonna get to watch that in about 2 hours. You know, he can't come on today.
Is it gonna play today though?
Ben playing, yeah. Lamar Jackson out. It's gonna be Griffin.
That's not.
Basically, the Steelers, they're about to whoop on them, which I'm not mad at, because if once the Steelers beat the Ravens, right, that's gonna put them at 6-6. Now, over the next 2 weeks, the Browns got to beat either the Titans or the Ravens in order to really get the foothold on the playoff spot. You're not catching Pittsburgh.
They're not.
And so you got to get a wild card spot. It's 3 available, right?
Yeah.
In contention right now, Tennessee got 1, we got 1, and I forget who else got 1, but I think it's Miami. But Baltimore is in the hunt. The Colts, but we already beat them, and the Raiders, and they beat us. So we can't control nothing with the Raiders right now, except the fact that right now we got a better record than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tennessee and Baltimore, we beat the Colts, and then Tennessee and Baltimore, as long as we beat one of them, we got to beat one of them. We'd be great to beat both of them. But if we beat either Tennessee or Baltimore, we'll get the tiebreaker over them. And if Pittsburgh go ahead and handle Baltimore today, our record would be way better than Baltimore's, which should lock us in for one of them spots.
But it depends on what type of whooping these niggas lay on Baltimore. You know how that be once because you know Pittsburgh is not going to go in there and get them no type of slack. We don't care if you missing somebody. We're going to we're trying to have a perfect season this year. They trying.
I actually want Pittsburgh to go in there and lay some wood on them boys. I want to see some Baltimore players get hurt, get put out, because then we play them next. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, if that's the case, they need to go in there and whoop on them. They don't want to go in there and just spank them a little bit. That little slap on the hand, we're going to go ahead and whoop on y'all real quick. No, they need to get a couple players on the injured reserve, a couple niggas, pull some.
A massacre. I want to see a massacre.
Because if they go out there and barely win, they gonna feel some type of way. That next person they play, they're gonna shit on.
Now, if I didn't know better, and I know this gonna sound crazy when I say it, I would almost think that Baltimore might actually be lying about the COVID players, and I would hate to say that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That they would do that, but if you already know that you're probably not gonna beat Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe 1 or 2 players did actually get contracted, or we'll just say 2 players, for instance, got contracted with COVID. Okay, well, we're gonna say contract tracing hit these 2 players because you don't want to see them get banged up and beat up by Pittsburgh before they have to play us in a crucial game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they pull a small Bill Belichick, but the system. You know we didn't break no rules, but what we did is still legal type of shit.
Contract tracing, they was around them. We gotta be careful with stuff like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're going to sit them out this week, primarily because we already like Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he probably did. You know what I'm saying? He was like the first one, and Mark Andrews. But then now you start. Oh no, it was J.K. Dobbins and Ingram at first. Excuse me. Then you go back. You say, okay, well, contract tracing. He was around Lamar. Okay, well, we're going to sit Andrews out. We're going to sit such and such out because we just say they was all in contact with each other because why go in there half done when you already see that they damn near a superior team and you know what kind of game it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's Pittsburgh and you Baltimore.
And the playbook is already set in stone. You already know what they're doing. You already know how they're coming out. You know what sets, everything. You know your divisional team, you know. Every playbook they got, even when they trying something new, you know it. Because you got to. That's who you got to. All them other teams, it take a little filling out, but these niggas you got to play 2 times every year in your division.
You know who they is.
Yeah, you know who they is. You know when they got a new running back, the new look, a new coach, you the moment they get a new coach, your ears, okay, this coach is a running coach. So they're going to try to implement some new running shit this year. So we not going to let them establish that shit on us. Because you do that stuff to the team, you know. I know how you play. So I'm going to try this new shit because I know that he lack a little bit on the corner or the ends are a little weak. So we're going to try this on them because we know they personnel like the back of their hand.
Right. So this season is so crazy. I still know, like the Super Bowl and the playoffs is coming up, but the season's so crazy with the COVID whole situation going on. They make it real hard to pick who's gonna do what. You know what I'm saying? It really go down to just like it look like in the NBA, who the better organization that's gonna be able to keep their players in line
Yeah.
So they don't get hit with COVID shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is different. This is a different generation. They ain't. These people bigger than. They think they bigger than teams. They bigger than the rules. They bigger than. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, for the last team that had it like that was the Patriots. They only talked to Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. They didn't talk to nobody else. They didn't let nobody else or Gronk. Gronk is we need somebody to go say, we pumped. Go talk to Gronk. Want to talk about what happened in the game? We're going to talk to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. What happened? We played bad. What could you have done better? Play better.
Right.
Because they know exactly what to say. They're not speaking on their ego. They speaking for behalf of the team. But these new players get out there and get to complaining and getting coaches fired and getting players traded and social.
Crazy. Basketball, maybe I can understand it. But in football, I don't know how a player can get a coach fired.
What's RG3 got our boy fired? His father, all that media in the back.
Yeah. And with the owner, but I'm saying, like, one player cannot change your organization. I mean, a quarterback can change your organization, but only so much.
Only so much.
It's not like drafting a LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Indianapolis coach drafted that first year, they still sucked.
Yeah.
They had to put pieces around him, and then he did help change the direction of that franchise and made it easier. But you don't get a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? Coming out. Nobody even seen Patrick Mahomes becoming Patrick Mahomes right now. Nobody seen Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. Brady was under the radar. It ain't a lot of players. They like that's gonna be the next it in football, and he actually do be that.
Yeah, because there'd be a lot of dudes. They say the next it, next thing you know, they got cut. They done got traded. They sit in the bench.
Right. They backed up somewhere. RG3, who we was just talking about. RG3. Now he gonna play today because why? Because Lamar Jackson is out. You know what I'm saying? But when he first got drafted, he was supposed to be the new franchise.
He looked at. I thought that he would have got better over the years, but he kept his mouth and all that back press and all that extra stuff was making problems.
And the league, he was about 4 years too early.
Yeah.
Because now he's the perfect quarterback to come out in the league right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he got a Twitter following and ain't nobody really, the teams ain't concerned about all that extra stuff like they was then.
Yeah, and his dual threat though. Like when he came out, we were still talking about pocket quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, don't nobody want a pocket quarterback. If he can't at least scramble, you know what I'm
saying? Or shake a nigga off.
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, if you can, like Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is more of a scrambler. He will run, but he usually running behind the line, looking for where to throw.
Looking for somebody to throw it to.
Yeah, Lamar, he take off. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he see an opening, he take off. Even out in Buffalo, that quarterback, I can't think of his name right now, but Justin Allen, I believe his name is, out in Buffalo.
What about
he a running, scrambling quarterback, but he throw the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He like a Big Ben, except he run. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never seen Ben run.
I've seen Ben get off the way.
I've seen him get out the way, but I ain't never seen him run.
Well, because he's slow for one. I have seen him run. And definitely since we've gotten Myles Garrett, I've seen him run a lot. They might get the win, but if Myles is in the game, I've seen him chase down Ben a few times. Especially last year when we tied with him. The first game, we went 8. We had a tie.
Yeah.
And we got like 8 sacks. Myles Garrett had like 6 sacks in one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben was running for his life that day. And that was the first time I think I ever seen Ben Roethlisberger on the move like that. That boy was getting pounded. He took the first 2 and then he said, "Fuck that."
He had to get lit up. He had to get lit up. Because I done seen players hit Ben It's like they hit the wall, like they just ran into the wall. Like, what the fuck? This dude didn't go nowhere. What he's supposed to be going down.
I done watched Ben take hits from linebackers and shrug his shoulder. They fall off. He throw the ball. Touchdown.
Do the dip.
You know what I'm saying?
And flip over his shoulder.
Like, man, that boy, he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Big.
And ever since Ray Lewis left, he done had free reign.
Country fed white boy.
Oh yeah. He ain't little at all.
That's what Ohio gets you. That's what it gets you.
And we never draft from Ohio. I don't get that.
I don't understand why either. And we have players, they're NBA champions, NFL champions. We have everything. Why don't they ever get none of these people here?
Hey man, if we drafted from Ohio, do you know that we would have had Steph Curry and LeBron on the same team?
Yeah.
With CJ McCollum?
Yeah.
I'm saying you can throw pieces around any of that, but I'm saying CJ McCollum, Steph Curry,
that'd have been a good core. That'd have been a good core.
My whole life, I went to school here. I grew up here.
I want to go somewhere else.
I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very few of them like, no, I don't want to go to Miami or somewhere warm and hot or California. I want to stay here. Right. See how you look? They like, no, I'm out. I'm gone.
Only benefit to staying here over them places when you got that type of money is your money gonna go a lot further here.
Yeah. Except, is it Texas or Miami with no tax?
Texas got no tax.
Right. So your money go far in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that.
Yeah, but you gotta pay what you weigh in Texas. Ain't shit cheap in Texas.
Right. But shit, ain't nothing to buy here. So ain't nothing to spend your money on here compared to other places.
You can buy a lot of these empty lots.
Yeah, you can. Now, if you in the real estate, we buy some.
Yeah, there's a lot of property going for the low.
Right now, yeah.
You might better buy a whole block. Let me buy the whole block.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think that a lot of them do own blocks. Still don't be here. I mean, I would have.
Why not? Especially when they going for the low. Think about the central area. They putting all them houses over there. But that stuff been abandoned for at least 25 years.
Yeah.
Nothing over there.
That's because Cleveland Clinic.
Yeah. Buying it up and they trying to build them new houses for their employees. That's what the same thing they did with Chester. They buying up Huff, buying all them lots. Anything that come foreclosed they can get, they getting, they tearing it down, and they wait.
Look how I look now.
It's still the same. It looks
good. Now when you go, I mean some parts, but you got pockets now where you can see what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Shit. You still gonna have pockets. I mean, that's any mid to big city. You still gonna have pockets, but they flushing a lot of that out. That's why it was all empty.
Yeah.
So as it increased more with the kind of people they want there, you know, those things it's still gonna happen in certain pockets they're allowed to happen in, just because you can't move everybody.
Yeah, you can't move everybody.
You're gonna change the mentality of the neighborhood because everybody ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can't put a GameStop in the hood, because they seen what happened to Record Exchange.
Ooh, yeah. Or like the EC put that what happened to the Foot Locker?
Right.
That Foot Locker stayed there for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And to make it so bad, I don't understand. They didn't have no real shoes in there.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like anywhere else, man. When you come to the hood, man, you're not going. You might find some unique and exclusive things in the hood, but you're not gonna find the best.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to take my son to go get him some before he started wearing grown man shoes, and I wound up having to go to the mall anyway. Like they don't. I'm not buying nothing. I mean, if I'm going to the shoe store, I'm not buying nothing out of this shoe store. I might as well go where I got a selection to decide. Not the only shoe that fit how much money I got. I'm not coming in here. It's only one shoe to select from. No, not when I'm spending money.
Like, say them and Famous Footwear had the same inventory.
Yep. And you know what?
We got Nike, Yeah,
I can't even knock Famous Footwear. They got some nice stuff, but I wear a 13. You ain't got nothing for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know we all off topic right now, but I like Famous Footwear, man. Just on some.
They be having some slick shoes, but my problem is with a 13, I don't want what they got in the 13.
No. I don't have those problems, so.
And this garbage. East Bay, I ain't gonna lie. East Bay garbage now.
Yeah, it's too much competition. See, back then they was like one of the only things doing it. It's a magazine. You order your shoes.
Exclusive. You know have all the exclusive shit. But now they be having the stuff you can go get from the gas station. I don't want
too much competition now.
So now we done talked about the boxing. We done broke down a little. Who your pick for the Super Bowl?
You know, right now, if I just had to pick a Super Bowl winner, it would probably either be the Chiefs. I don't want to say them, so I'm not going to say them.
The Steelers?
I'm not going to say that. I don't speak that into existence. You stop putting those narratives out here, man. All right? But I would go I would probably go with the Chiefs, man. I don't see a more complete team. But this is the funny thing about the NFL in this part of the season. Any team right now that's in contention can catch fire.
Yeah.
And that's going to let you know going into the playoffs who's going to look strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like Buffalo ain't really out of it. And right now, if they catch fire, there's going to be something to deal with. I don't think Indianapolis got enough firepower. They're a solid team, but they can't do it. As much as I would like to see us do it, I think we might can make a run and get kind of deep. But for us to take over the Super Bowl, we not even our most talented groups is not even out there to play yet. Like our defense is too banged up. I don't see nobody, and most of it is season ending. I don't see nobody coming back to help our secondary.
Yeah.
So, and with Odell out, we don't have that explosiveness in our offense. The only difference is, I don't see Tennessee winning either. Matter of fact, I don't think that they got a much explosiveness. They solid and they got a good run game like us, but their defense is still too suspect. So I would probably say out of the AFC, I'm looking at the Chiefs and the Steelers. And out the NFC is a little different. Because Seattle could surprise you.
Yeah, they can.
New Orleans, until I see Drew Brees back, or Drew Brees not being there, and they have to go with Jameis, might do something. Even with his turnover prone self, he was Sean Payton now. He could change. He might be able to change that, or at least tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Enough for them because they still a good ass team. I think that the Bucs is out of it. I doubt if they make the playoffs, then we'll visit that again. But I think they might not even make the playoffs, like for real. And the Packers, as long as you got Aaron Rodgers, anything is possible. And they look like a good team this year.
Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers is the Washington Wizards of football, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
They had you like, yeah, I'm on the team and playoffs hit.
Hey, they was in the championship last year. You know, but can they? I mean, but they just got smashed by the 49ers. Like the 49ers was damn near the dominant best team in the NFC last year, like period. You know what I'm saying? Where this year it's not really like that.
And they was missing some people.
Yeah. So this year I think it's a little more open.
Yeah. Now
I would give my nod.
You know they only give us like 40 minutes on the Zoom.
Okay.
So I'm gonna edit this and I'm gonna probably have it up here by